you don't hear that? That doesn't freak you out? I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, all the sirens. And I was like, oh yeah.
I think New Yorkers get a bad rap because I think, the Southerners who are all taking their time and looking at things take it as being rude. But the thing is, everyone's just in a hurry and they know where they're going. And you're standing in the way looking at the building or taking a photo, and you're just in the way. And they just want to get around you and get through you. And so that comes across as really being rude. But I think if you move with the flow and you don't cause a problem, I think New York's a great place and there's a lot of good people there.
When did you stop feeling like a? When did you start feeling like a local?
I actually asked myself that question a lot, and the answer to that question that I've been able to boil down was the moment that I didn't hear the sirens anymore. Like, I had a person that was talking to me that came to visit, and they're like, you don't hear that? That doesn't freak you out? I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, all the sirens. And I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, so I think that was probably when it was.
So Frank, back me up on this because you probably have noticed this recently, but what I think is awesome about New York is the tap water.
Yeah.
The water out of the tap tastes better than most bottled waters.
Yep.
You do not drink the water out of the tap in Texas.
No.
It doesn't taste good.
They have the same aqueduct. They still have water that comes naturally straight down an aqueduct and comes into the city. Yeah. It is amazing. And that water is so good.
Yeah, and you would never, your natural inclination would be the water out of the tap in New York is going to be gross. Mm-hmm. You just think of, I don't know, overpopulation, sewage, trash. But it is the best tasting water. It literally, it's like
it is so good.
You can't get a bottled water that tastes any better.
Yeah, we didn't have. I buy a lot of bottled water down here, obviously, but up there, I never had it. That's one of those things that goes on the expense expense report. Right?
I think one of the first jokes I made with you, Frank, was like, "Oh, New York, their tap water comes from a reservoir upstate," because everyone's so proud of that, which they should be.
Yeah, but think about this though. Like, unless you're in a building that's higher than 5 stories, they didn't have to have like pressure. They don't have to have that pump because it's coming from up above,
gravity.
Yeah, so it's not going through any filtration. Well, I'm sure it probably does, but it's not going through a lot of the stuff that we have here, which is all of those all the building that's happening here in this area. I'm just blown away. I'm like, where's the water coming from?
Yeah, well, they're connecting. They're connecting a lot of lakes through these giant pipes that they're burying all over the place, but they're connecting a lot of lakes so that they can pump water from one place to another because there is so much growth that these reservoirs become stressed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining us today. If you liked our content, please hit the subscribe button. If you have ideas that you'd like answered, please let me know, and I'd be happy to maybe do a segment on it. If you liked what you see here, feel free to check us out for more content on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on LinkedIn. Have a great day.